morning and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a file folder folio using these manila file folders. They are A4 size, and to start off with I need to cut off the edges here. I don't know if you can see, but here, so I cut straight down there from that edge. Does give a nice size. I keep these, you never know when they might come in handy. And I have to do the same here on the slightly larger one. There. Now, you see this with mine, there's a slightly larger size, so I'm going to make this the front. And what I do is I fold this in to here, but leaving a small gap, so you've got a bit of width. And I don't have measurements, I'm afraid. This is sort of how I've done it. Now with this one, I'm going to want to put a spine in here. So I'm going to go a little, not so close, about there. And I will take this, and then I'm going to put in a small spine, and again it's all by eye, sort of there, like that. Let's hope I've got that in the right place. I think so. Can always trim a bit off if I haven't. So this will go like that, yeah. So you see you've got a gap there, and then this folds over here. And I'm going to turn this up a bit, probably about there, I would think, about there. So I do that, and then I turn it over and I do mark roughly where that line is, and do it from this side as well. There we go. So I'll get rid of that down there. I'm folding this up so I've got some pockets. Now this is not my idea, I have adapted it. And I have just spent the last 20 minutes going back through my history to try and remember where I saw it. And I can't. So I do apologise. If I do find out, I'll let you know. I'll put it in down below. Now I am going to do that. And then, now that. So this is the front here. So I'm just going to cut that there, straight up that line to there, and this one up there, and this one is going to go on the front like that. These three are going on the back. This one needs cutting where the spine is, here. And I'm just going to fold that up. I could cut it off, but I just thought it was a bit of extra reinforcement. Only a small piece on the spine. It will get reinforced anyway, probably with some lace. And that will go up there. And then I just need to trim these down slightly to there. And like that. So this comes in, and this goes together. Then what you'll notice, there is a slight piece, it's slightly out here. So for that, I'm just going to trim it up gently like that. It only needs a small bit. So that's the front pocket. What I've now got to do, as usual, is ink all around it. Okay, I've inked all around and I have even put some papers on. I'm using the Ruby and Pearl Yellow Roses and some ephemera from Raindrop Lila. I'm just going to do the front, for which I've got these pieces here that I've already inked. So I'm going to fold this out and stick that on there, and then I have this for here, so I will put that on there as well. A bit darker. There we go. And then what I've got is some of this decorator's tape. It's not tape, it's decorator's paper. Now I tried tearing it with the wider side of my tear ruler, but it looked really silly as far as I was concerned. Sorry about that. I found some more tape and torn it. More tape, more paper, decorator's paper. So all I do is go and stick this on the inside. I'm not doing very well here today, am I? Like that. Make sure I've stuck it down at the top. And then I need to glue that down. First though, I'm just going to put a bit of vintage photo along the edge, darken it up a bit. I glue the pockets down with the art glitter glue. Really press hard, and then I just roll these down with a bit of ink along the top there. Now what I've also got is I'm going to make a large tag here for this and a smaller tag, but I'll be doing that in a minute. First of all, I need to put some lace down here to reinforce the edges, and this is the signature I've got. I think I'm going to be putting something on that sheet. I'm mainly decorating with the ephemera, or I'll make my own page ephemera, journal cards, etc. to go in here. There's, I think, 12 sheets altogether, and I've got that in the middle. I'll decorate that as well. There's some vintage music sheets, ledger pages, vintage plain ledger, decorator's paper, and vintage book pages. So they need to be sewn in, but first I need to reinforce especially the spine here, and then these here and here. And once that's dry, I will then sew in the signature into here. The signature is all in, and the lace is down to reinforce the folds and on the signature here. And I now want to do a journal card and a tag for the front here. I want that bit to show up there. So first of all, the tag. I will do. And for that, I'm going to ink around with my vintage photo. Whoops. Here, around the edge. And then I'm going to just do the edge with walnut stain. Now I'm going to use this rose stencil from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to put this across here, and I'm using this Solar Paste Golden Hour from Simon Hurley as well. So this, you can see, is the result. Oh, I'm not sure if it's so clear on camera. I'm just going to put a piece of the yellow sari silk through that I put on the spine as a tie, and that's just going to be a plain tag like this. Now the next one is the journal card here, and I want to do some stenciling, and for that I'm going to use this dotted stencil and fossilized amber. Actually, I'll do that first. Yeah. So I'm trying to get the small ones more than anything, and just bring them down here. I'm hoping you can see that on the camera. Then I'm taking the tea dye and this Tim Holtz stencil, but I'm not sure where I got this. And again, I'm just going to use the little ones here, and I'm using tea dye. Okay. Then I'm going to ink around the edge in the fossilized amber. Then I have some decoration for it, and I've got this image from the kit that might take a few more bits. I didn't realise when I put that on the side here. Right on the side over the yellow. Like that. Yep. Put that on there. This came from the Ruby and Pearl kit. These come from, I've got some pieces here. These come from the Raindrop Lila Yellow Roses ephemera. I think I'm going to use Vintage Photo around these. I've already done that one. And then I want to take a piece of this, and I think I'm going to put that under there. Like that. Did that on top. That there, and I'll take this off of here. So I'll take it off there. Yeah, and then ink around this. And put that on there as a collage. All of these extra bits I've cut off will be used in the actual journal. So to start off with, I need to glue this onto here. And then glue this down. To make that a bit more defined, trim this piece off. Oops. And then I think I'm going to round the corners. Make sure they're inked up like that. So these two go in here like this. I don't think you can see it on camera, but this is really lovely and gold and shiny on the front here. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, and I'll be back with a flip through once I've done in here, finished the journal in here. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye.